This video is for Algebra, Section 11.5, the distance formula. The learner will apply knowledge of distance formula to find the distance between 2 points. Okay, so there's a formula, you'll plug numbers in and find the distance. Distance formula is used to find the distance between any 2 points with coordinates x1, y1, in other words, first x, first y, x2, y2, or the second x and second y. And it is just the square root of x2 minus x1, so the second x minus the first x squared, plus the second y minus the first y squared. And you go through the formula and solve it and find your distance. Prerequisite skills are solving radical equations because they'll obviously have to do that. And you'll need to know coordinate points so that you put them in the right places. And the homework will be 11.5 practice evens. Our steps that we're going to follow for these problems: identify the coordinate points, in other words, find x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug the numbers into the distance formulas, plug them in, and then solve the equation. Alright, and that's the basics. So starting on number 1. They gave us the point 1, 5 and the point 3, 1. So basically this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. And you're going to plug them all into the distance formula, which tells you x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So x2 is 3 minus x1 is 1 squared plus y2 is 1 right there, and y1 is 5 squared. Do the work inside the parentheses first. 3 minus 1 is 2, so 2 squared. 1 minus 5 is negative 4 squared. 2 squared is 4. 4 squared is 16. Square root of 20, and you do need to simplify that. I'm not going to have you give me decimal answers. It says decimal and simplified radical. We're just going to do simplified radical. So break that down. I know that's 4 times 5, and 2 times 2, circle. One with the buddy comes outside, the loner stays inside, and my distance becomes 2 square root of 5. And that's exactly what we're going to do on every one of these problems. So let's try number 3. Number 3, they gave me negative 2, negative 8, and 7, negative 3. So this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So I'm going to plug them in again, and my formula is right here, so I'm not going to write it again. So second x is 7, minus first x is negative 2, squared. Second y is negative 3, minus the first y, negative 8. You need to be very, very careful with all of these negatives. Negative, negative, it becomes positive. So 7 plus 2 is 9 squared. This becomes plus, so negative 3 plus 8 is 5 squared. 81 plus 25, and that should be 106. Do your tree. I'm going to go with 2 and 53. And 53 is a prime number, so that means I can't break it down. So I'm just going to leave it as distance equals square root of 106. Alright, go ahead and erase. Number 5. We have 1, 5, and negative 8, 4. Distance x2 would be this one, and we should have gone through these, sorry. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. x2 is negative 8 minus x1 is 1. Positive 1, so it's just minus 1. Squared plus y2 is 4 minus y1 is 5. Negative 8 plus negative 1 is negative 9 squared. 4 minus 5 is negative 1 squared. 9 squared is 81. Negative 1 squared is 1. Square root of 82. That's that's 2 times 41. 41 I cannot break down, so leave it as square root of 82. Number 7. We have negative 1, 4, and 3, 2. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. Distance is x2, which is 3, minus x1, negative 1, squared. Y2 is 2, minus y1 is 4. 3 plus 1 gives me 4 squared. 2 minus 4 is negative 2 squared. 4 squared is 16. Negative 2 squared is 4. Square root of 20, which we already did once, but if you don't remember it, you can do the tree. So the 2 comes out, the 5 stays in. Distance equals 2 square root of 5. And I am going to go ahead and erase so I can do 9 and 11. Number 9, we have 2, negative 6, and negative 7, 1. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Distance equals x2, which is negative 7, minus x1, which is 2, squared. Y2, which is 1, minus y1, negative 6, squared. Be careful with all these negatives. Negative 7 plus negative 2 is negative 9. 1 plus 6 is 7. 81 plus 49 should be the square root of 130. I know that's 13 and 10. That's 2 and 5. There are no pairs, so I get the square root of 130. Number 11, they give me 3 and 4 and 0 and 0. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Distance equals square root x2, which is 0, minus x1, 3 squared, plus y2, which is 0, minus y1, which is 4 squared. That's just negative 3 squared, and negative 4 squared. 9 and 16, it's 25, and you should know the square root of 25 is 5. And I will erase. Number 13. 1, negative 1, and 3, negative 2. x2, y2, sorry, that's x1. y1, x2, y2. x2 is 3 minus x1 is 1 squared plus y2 is negative 2 minus y1 is negative 1 squared. 3 minus 1 should give you 2. 2 plus, sorry, negative 2 plus 1 should give me negative 1 squared. That's 4, that's 1. Square root of 5, we should know isn't going to go anywhere, so distance equals the square root of 5. Number 15. We have negative 9, 0, and negative 2, 5. That's x1, y1, x2, y2. So x2 is negative 2, minus x1 is negative 9, squared, plus y2 is 5, minus y1 is 0, squared. Negative negative becomes positive. Negative 2 plus 9 is 7, squared. 5 minus 0 is 5, squared. 7 squared is 49, 5 squared is 25, and that should give me 74. I know that's 2 times 37. 37's a prime number, so not going to go anywhere. So distance equals the square root of 74. And we have one problem left on this page. Number 17, we have 1, negative 3, and negative 8, 21. x1, y1, x2, y2. Distance equals square root. X2 is negative 8 minus x1 is 1 squared plus y2 is 21 minus y1 is negative 3 squared. Negative 8 minus 1 is negative 9 squared. 21 plus 3 is 24 squared. Negative 9 squared is 81. I don't know what 24 squared is, so I need to do that. 16, 2, 4, 9, 0, 8, 4. Add 576. I don't know what that plus 81 is, so 7, 657. So far I'm there. Let's see if we can break that down. I know it's not divisible by 2. If it was divisible by 3, I could add these all up. So 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 7 is 18. That is divisible by 3, so 657 should be divisible by 3. 219. And 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 9 is 12, so it should be divisible by 3 again. $73. And if I tried to do that by 3, it's not going to go, because 7 plus 3 is 10. I don't believe 73 is divisible by anything. But I do have a pair here, so I can simplify that to 3 square root of 73. And that is the first page of 11.5. The second page of 11.5 I will put on a separate video. So that is the end of this video.